What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Friday. Another day, another 7-round Vikings mock draft. And we've gotten a couple comments like, oh, why you do so many mock drafts? If you don't like it, don't watch them. I mean, that's all. I like doing these because it's cool to talk through who could be available, who could not be available, different scenarios, how the board breaks, weird things that happen, trade offers, all that stuff, and also various scenarios of if the Vikings trade Za'Darius Smith, if the Vikings cut Adam Thielen, if the Vikings trade Dalvin Cook. So we're going to walk through some of those scenarios today. So first up, all right. So we are going to... It's funny. All right, so we are going to trade Za'Darius to the Ravens. Send him back to Baltimore. Yeah. All right, so Baltimore. And for the Vikings, we are going to send Za'Darius Smith. All right, so Za'Darius Smith. I think a third rounder seems fair. All right, so they say the trade will not be accepted. Fourth, they will go for. Can we get some more? Kind of stuck on that, huh? All right, so how about that Bateman? No, I don't want Bateman that much. Take him away. All right, so fourth and a fifth and a sixth. I can live with that. Or can we upgrade this thing? Whatever. We're gonna force a trade. There you go. Trade again. Then for Dalvin, we're going to send him to, Denver with George Payton in power. I mean, it could make sense. I mean, they run a lot of outside zone. Javonte Williams' ACL may not be guaranteed. So let's see here. So the Broncos are also bereft of draft picks as it is because of the Russell Wilson trade, but we are going to work that. I like to work it. All right, so fistful of day 3 picks at the top, probably the best that the Vikings can get. All right, so we are going to start this draft. Got some nice capital. We got 86 and 87, 108, 119. All right, so the Vikings on the clock at 23. You got Elijah Cansey is on board, Deontay Banks, Brian Bruzzi, Stud, Bajan, Will McDonald, Josh Downs. Man, Mazzy Smith, Emmanuel Forbes, Dan Henley. All right, so we got a couple trade offers. Let's see here. Cowboys want to come up. I could move down 3 spots. Ooh, I get 90. And a couple more late picks offer trade. Let's go. All right, so they went with Bruzzi, Deontay Banks up board, Michael Meyer. That's perfectly fine because I love me some Cansey. And recapping what's gone down, Jalen Carter, Bryce Young, Will Anderson, Will Levis, Skoronski. Ooh, Skoronski going to Seattle? Witherspoon, Stroud, and Richardson. Man, they all fall. That's kind of crazy. Crazy town. Murphy, Kincaid, Addison, Now, obviously have a need at wide receiver. Obviously have a need at edge rusher. Is there a way that we can work this thing? We got a couple trade offers. I love Cansey on board. Oh, can we get our second round pick back? Detroit? This ain't Detroit, man. This is Super Bowl. Ooh, they want to do business. All right, so 50-50 for 48, 55, 81. Actually, can I get better here? How about 90? Yeah, all right, let's do that. So even though I love Cansey, I think that the meat of this draft is going to be in that strata, between the 50s. So Bija Ujulari is there. Adeboawara, the physical freak from Northwestern, is there. Diane Henley is there. So we got 48 and 55. Steve Avila is there. Tyreek Stevenson is a stud too. All right. No trade offers. So I'm going to go Bija Ujulari. As well as... Man, do we just double down on the edges? Although Henley is a stud. Henley is an absolute stud. All right, so Ujulari is going to be your 1-for-1 replacement for Za'Darius. Henley is going to be your replacement for Kendricks. So I'm feeling good. And now we have 3 picks in the 80s, 81, 86, 87. All right, Tank Dell is on board. Let's check out the wide receiver rooms. All right, so Tyler Scott, Jalen Reed, Cedric Tillman, I think is super underrated. Trey Palmer, Bryce Ford Wheaton. Palmer does have some drop issues, but it's kind of accepting the sweet with the sour, that whole thing. Bennett Ricks, I think, is underrated. Tomlinson, of course. Then also I'm in on basically any Illinois defensive back. It's basically it, man. All right, so let's. Whippler is really interesting in terms of checking the box on the interior offensive line. I love Eli Ricks. All right, so we're gonna go Whippler. All right, so we got the center. We got Bradbury's replacement. Got back-to-back picks here. I love Carl Brooks. Love Tank Dell. We got a bunch of trade offers. Could we do that? How badly want to come up, bro? Brah. Lions want to come up now. Panthers. Panthers don't have much going on. Ravens, no. All right, hey, if you want to come up, it's going to cost you. All right, resume draft. All right, so Tank Dell is still on board. All right, so we're going to go with Tomlinson in this spot at 87, 88. See here. I mean, Garrett Williams is stud too. Do we just go back-to-back corners? I mean, we certainly could. Wide receiver, I'm not too worried about. I think we'll snag a really good one at 108. Yeah, Garrett Williams. All right, so corner. I love it. I love it a lot. Tank Dell is still on board. I mean, at this point, we just take him, right? At this point, we just take him, right? Yeah, I think we do. All right, Tank Dell, welcome to the Vikings. I don't expect him to last that long, but, I mean, size issues could be a concern. Jomo is there. So Jomo's there. Could get Charlie Jones later. Bryce Ford Wheaton, Trey Palmer. If I can go speed on speed, I'm going to go with a Jomo along the defensive line. So I'm having fun, man. We got like a bajillion picks. Feeling really good. Do I just take another corner just because I can? Cam Jones. Who? Cam Jones. Yaya Diaby. Zach Kuntz. All right, so do I just start drafting who I want? I mean, that should be the name of the game, right? Screw it. I'm taking Deuce Vaughn. Don't really care. Don't care that he's 5'5". I think he is a special player. Let's see here. And we're going with... Actually, I'm going to secure these back-to-back picks. Falcons up next, 160. I want it. And I'm going to get it. There you go. If you want it, then you got it. All right, so back-to-back picks. I'm going with Zach Kuntz, physical freak, tight end 2, coming out of Old Dominion, as well as Yaya Diaby. Speaking of physical freaks, and speaking of physical freaks, Bryce Ford Wheaton is still on board. Antonio Mafi is there. All right, so I am going to go Will Wheaton. So we got Tank and Wheaton. And hopefully my guy is there. Oh, no, he went, didn't he? Oh, that hurts. That hurts me. Yeah, Mafi went right there. Should have made a move to go get him. Oh, well. Clayton Tune. Do I want Tune or do we want DTR later? We'll go Tune. Quarterback. Let's see. What haven't we really addressed? Offensive line. Forces Bradford, Spencer Anderson, Ali, Sidney Sal, I think is super underrated. All right, so we'll just go with the board. We got 3 picks left. We'll wrap Sal with the last pick. Actually, Savala, yeah, there we go. Quindle Johnson, into that safety room. And then last pick, 211. Amber is the color of your energy. Where are we going to go? Do we just take Mo? I mean, Darrell Luter. No, we'll go Cameron Young. Since we already grabbed 17 cornerbacks in this draft, I'm feeling good. I mean, it sucks parting ways with Thielen. Sucks parting ways with Dalvin and Za'Darius Smith, but feeling pretty good about what just happened, man. All right, so recap. We traded Za'Darius. Where's that trade? All right, we traded Za'Darius. We traded Dalvin Cook. Yeah, Za'Darius went back to the Ravens. Dalvin went to the Broncos. We got some mid-round nice. Vikings trade down from 23 to 26 with the Cowboys. I got B.J. Ujulari at the top end of the second round as your one-for-one replacement for Za'Darius Smith. Diane Henley is going to be your off-ball linebacker, replacing Eric Kendricks, him and Asamoah. Love it, man. Luke Whippler, the pride of the Ohio State University. Blah, blah, blah. Wyatt Davis, blah, blah, blah. Pat Elflein. No, Whippler has a chance to be your starting center from week 1. And then back-to-back on the corners, we got Hodges Tomlinson as well as Garrett Williams going to get after it with Flores' defense. Tank Dell, the sawed-off playmaker, led Houston in receptions for 3 straight seasons. He's a lot of fun. I think he's super underrated. And again, Tank Dell, Deuce Vaughn, fun-sized, yes, but they are absolute playmakers. Moro Ojomo, I think, is super underrated in terms of the defensive line. Also, to the defensive line, we got Cameron Young from Mississippi State, one of my favorites. Zach Kuntz, the supersized athletic freak from Old Dominion. I think it's slided nicely as a tight end, too. Yaya Diaby, wild card. I mean, tested insane at the combine, has a chance to be an inside-outside pass rusher for the Vikings. Speaking of physical freaks, Bryce Ford Wheaton. So you got the fun-sized Tank Dell, and then you got the freaking Condor with BFW. They're going to get after Clayton Tune, potential quarterback of the future, and then Chandler Zavala in the 6th round. Quindell Johnson helping shore up some depth in the secondary. So overall, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm feeling good. Even though, yes, you lost Dalvin, you got Deuce Vaughn, you got Ty Chandler, you do have King Kene, and even though you got rid of Za'Darius, B.J. Ujulari coming in, as well as Yaya Diaby helping shore up that edge rush. So overall, this is how it went down. Be super, super, super happy, man. I also got the replacement for Bradbury and Kendricks, so you're good to go. Plus cornerback depth. Let's go. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. 7-round Vikings mock draft where they trade Za'Darius and Dalvin. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Most support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.